Hello. I'm on super early today. I was studying for my exam that I have in 2 hours. No, in 1 hour. And I reached a point. Hey, Miyoshi. I reached a point where I'm like, okay, I'm good. If I study anymore, I'll overwork my brain. So, what's up? What's up, Miyoshi? What's the tea, sis? So yeah, I was like, I'll have a little bit of time. I have a little bit of a break, so I'll just go ahead because I always feel like I get a little more, I don't know, connected or just feel a little bit more at peace after I do one of these. And after my live last night, like I've been bargaining with spirit, kind of. See, I feel like you said yesterday that you've noticed that um like they might not be it, right? Because you said that like you're on a certain frequency and it doesn't feel like they're there. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know about these dreams, sis. I don't know. They've been popping up for the past, they keep popping up. First, it was Scorpio and Pisces and Mercury. And I was like, okay, so I feel like, Scorpio is going to be calling up to Pisces and being like, hey, Pisces, like, we need to chat. And that's going to happen through dreams, with Mercury being communication. And then last night, it was the moon, the 12th house, and Mars. So that mess you up, girl. But it's like either way, right? If you release it. So the thing, like, you can't necessarily release. If you release something that you're meant to have, it's not going to keep that from coming to you. In fact, it might speed it up, but you can't release it with the expectation of it speeding up because then, that's not the same. So I'll do one more and then I'll pull. I'm only going to be on here for like half an hour tops because then I got to head to this exam. I am so ready. My professor emailed me. He was like, hey, bro, like, I'll help you out. I was like, thanks, man. Because this semester has been a semester. Ooh, I'm excited, though. I got that email. I was like, yes. Ooh, we got a sign. Let's go. The sign we got is Cancer. Cancer rules the moon. Cancer is also sensitive, intuitive, nurturing, gentle, receptive, frugal, adaptable, musical, and cautious. Then we have a planet. The planet we have is Jupiter, being expansion. Jupiter is wisdom, judgment, mortality, religion, teaching, legality, truth, consulting, and gravity. Ooh, Jupiter is gravity, like some like serious business. And then the element we have is water. Aqua, apa. Water is dissolving. It's fluid, cool, flowing, wet, conforming, receptive, binding, liquid, and flux. It's funny that they have binding on here. So things are very fluid right now. Things are very fluid right now between the Cancer fluidity. Hey, Shona. Hello, Shona. Long time no see. I'm glad to see you in here. Welcome, welcome. You're so ready too. You're going to surpass your expectations. Wonder if it has to do with Cancer moon after this Gemini full moon. It could be, because before it was like, see, I just feel like with all that's going on right now, there is so much like in the air, and we're all encountering like so much is being shaken up right now that it's like it's really like whatever we put our attention and our focus to right now is going to be magnified. That's what I'm getting between water, Jupiter, and Cancer. Like wherever our heart is and wherever we're channeling that flow of energy, whatever we sort of have our the mind of our heart or the heart of our mind focused on, is like this is probably a really fertile time for like anything to happen. With this Jupiter here, like anything could blow up. Um, which is why just flying through, sending love. Thank you, Shona. I appreciate it. We're not going to be on too long. Oh, wait, it's buffering? Is it done buffering now? Yeah. And that's why, like, low key, after yesterday, I was just like, you know what? With this one particular situation, I've given it enough of my energy. Granted, I'm not as close to the situation as some other people, but it's like, you know what? I've given this enough of my energy. And the readings that I've been coming across, the stuff that I've been seeing, like, it's popping too much to let that continue to, do whatever. And I feel like we're really in this time of whatever you put your energy and effort into, it's going to be expanding because there is so much fluidity. And especially like with us setting the tone of the next decade, right? It's like the way you end this year is going to, in parts, determine at least the way you start the next one. And that's why I feel like the energies are like super mutable right now, like super mutable. And then with us having a full moon in Gemini and Sagittarius, like mutable signs, um, and both Gemini and Sagittarius are travel. Gemini is like local travel. Sagittarius is like international travel. So there's a lot of movement right now. So that's why I feel like things are so like influx. And maybe through our dreams, it's like the universe is like, okay, so what are you going to do? Right? Because in our dreams, we get to interact with people that we might not necessarily see in the face to face. And I had a dream about someone a few nights ago now. And there was this little like, there was this like little minor argument because I was basically rushing things. I didn't wait until I was given the gift that I was going to be given. I just like found it and I noticed that it was for me. So I like opened it. And then the person got upset and like, wow, like you didn't even wait and you're not even using it right. Um, and so after that, I was like, you know what? You're right. Let me just like sit back and let me chill. And there have been so many things like I feel like I've really just focused on being in the moment in these past few days as well. Arizona. If you're like thinking about everybody is like going to Sedona right now. I know that Sedona is like a super spiritual place. And I'm seeing all these people that I follow on Instagram, all these people that I know from like school, and everybody's going to Sedona. And I'm like, so like, are y'all spiritual? Or y'all just going because it's like pretty? And it's funny that you say Arizona because my mom's been trying to get me to move to Arizona because the allergies are supposed to be better there or something. If you have allergies, it's supposed to be better. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Things are very, very mutable and very in flux right now. And whatever you're thinking on, Jupiter right here is gonna like expand on it. And then also with the moon representing, or with Cancer representing intuition. I feel like for some people, their intuition is expanding so much that it's almost hard to separate from other things. Maybe? I don't know. I brushed my hair today. Can you tell? I mean, I brushed my hair before, but there's like, oh no, it's still kind of there. I made extra sure to brush that part up so it's not like hanging out. I'm sorry. But yeah, and it's like it's this fluidity because it's almost like the process is changing. And so the way that you're used to hearing from and getting in touch with your intuition, it's expanding so much and it's so in your hands that now you might start to question it a little bit just because the way it comes, it's not different, but it's just so easy, like it just comes so easily that you're like, wait, is that just a thought or is that like my intuition? You can tell. Hey, I've been studying a lot, okay? But today I was like, you know what? Let me go on in there. Let me take my time. Let me do my hair, put in my, I did my whole little routine. Instead of just putting on one thing, I put in like three things in a sequence. Yeah. But I don't know. Like right now, I just feel like everything is so mutable and like changing that, like that discernment is going to be really important. Let's do one more round. This will be like general. I mean, even though, I'm going to probably private this video after I'm done, and you might be the only person to see this, Miyoshi. You, second person, and Shona, who came in for a hot second. Right? I was like, you know what? Let me just like take care of myself a little bit today. And then I got that email from my professor. I took a little bit longer in the shower. And I was like, what time is it? And I was like, oh, like I'm running out of time. But then I was like, you know what? I'm at peace. Oops. I'm at peace today. And so since I'm choosing to be at peace, I'm gonna keep manifesting this peace. And then I got that news from my professor. So I don't even have to do as well in this exam as I had to. And I'm pretty knowledgeable about all the stuff. So you hope it stays that way. Oop, 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 oop. You actually feel better despite the dream. I'm glad to hear that. And I'm glad that you're remembering your dreams because I think you said for a minute you were having difficulty, but it sounds like you're remembering a lot of them now. And I kind of told you that like once stuff started to, I mean, you already knew, but like once stuff started to resettle and like clear out, and once those influences just like were flushed out of your system, then like all of that stuff would be coming back. Um, so we have Vata and Sagittarius. Vata is movement, more movement, and Sagittarius, international travel. Vata, movement. It's slender. Hold on, wait. Okay. So this is space and air. Vata is space and air. So it's slender, sensitive, nervous, communicative. It's light sleeper, highly active, and dry hair and skin, cold hands and feet, and then quick movement and speech. That's very Gemini energy. Well, quick movement and speech, not necessarily dry hair and skin, and then the cold hands and feet. Highly active, communicative, nervous, sensitive. See, maybe there's just like um and then we have Sagittarius, which is the philosopher. No, philosophical, idealistic, enthusiastic, honest, learned, impulsive, playful, crusader, and passionate. And then lastly, we have the third house again. Oh my gosh. Gemini rules the third house, and then Sagittarius. Look at that. Things are just so crazy right now. You know what I'm feeling now? I'm feeling like, how I was saying, um, with all of this water between Jupiter, whatever we put our energy to right now and our focus on is what is really going to expand. And so it's almost like what everybody gets out of this is going to be different. And like, what a way to end the, what a way to end the year, because I feel like so many people, like me included, this year just like started on these journeys, and it's like, okay, now you've come this far. What will you decide? What will be your experience? And people are going to fall all over the board and all over the map, because if you haven't really put down the things that you need to put down, or the things that they've been trying to get you to put down, especially with that Mercury retrograde, like with the Mercury retrograde, it was hard for a lot of people, but things were slower. And I feel like it was an opportunity. It was a final, like we thought that was a test. It was a final learning opportunity. Let me see. Travel, definitely want to travel more with the stellium in your ooh, something my spiritual mother told me earlier this year. Natural opposites, third and ninth, Gemini Sagittarius. You'll tell us in Discord what your spiritual mother said. Okay. But that's what I'm saying. Because it's like, with everything happening right now, with all of your experiences this year, you get to choose and we get to decide where we're going to go. And so, if we aren't completely over our ego, if we still have pride issues, if we still have issues where we constantly, like, we need people to know our side of situations, like where we can't let stuff go, where we're so affected by the opinions and perceptions of others that we will sacrifice our own growth and healing and delay our own progress to try to convince people who are not convincible. Like, wherever we naturally fall right now, if we fall more into that than we do into all of this growth and all of this healing that we've been working so hard for this year, then you're setting the tone. And this is like, that's the test. And I think I said it a few nights ago. It's like, you're proving, or we're proving what we're ready to accept right now, and where we're willing to compromise. And I feel like right now, energetically, we are not supposed to be compromising, especially this close, especially with us setting the tone for what's coming next. Yeah. And so the image I'm getting with this, especially with the, what was it? With the movement, and then with Sagittarius in third house, it's like, the further you separate yourself from your ego and your pride, the further you'll go and the more you'll launch yourself next year. Because with just these two, I feel like we are being directed and called to a space, especially with Sagittarius, that's completely unfamiliar to us. That is so much further than we thought we would be able to go. But if you can't separate yourself enough to get there, then where you're going to be stuck, like, you might move a little bit, but it's not going to be as far. It's going to be that third house local travel instead of that Sagittarius international global travel. Oops, how did that happen? Nope. Yeah. So that's why I feel like it's important to release things right now. And even with those dreams, I feel like that's why our dreams are like giving us an opportunity to release things. And especially if you dream of people, it's giving you an opportunity to release the person, to release the tie to that person. If this person is someone who you feel, if this person is someone who has really great qualities, then focus on the qualities. If this person is someone who has really great energy, or you have a great synergy with this person, then focus on that synergy. Don't focus on the person. Because if you focus on that, you'll get more of that. And if you focus on this person, it's like you're limiting it. So that's why I think our dreams are really giving us an opportunity to release some things because, it's attachments. We need to release ego